Hi everyone, and welcome to TWF NXT. I am Gene Okerlund, here with Elsa and with Taz. And today on NXT, we are going to see, well, sadly today, it's an ongoing saga of Seth Rollins and his team of evildoers, Gene Okerlund said. Well, you're right about that, Elsa says. Seth Rollins does have a team of evildoers, and apparently they're doing as more evil here in the TWF than AJ Styles and his OC have been doing. Yeah. And I know that there are going to be folks out there that are going to say that the OC, AJ Styles team, Seth Rollins' team, the Undisputed Era, Adam Cole's team, and the Inner Circle, Chris Jericho's team. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. Well, I started out NXT the same way I started out Monday Night Raw. You know, and today we're going to take another step in overtaking the Toy Wrestling Federation. Well, you know, Taz says they're off to a good start. Seth Rollins' team has done a lot more evil than AJ Styles' OC team or anything else. And just look what's been going on in the WWE, Taz says. Seth Rollins' team has done a lot more evil than AJ Styles' team, the OC, or Adam Cole's team, the Undisputed Era, or even AEW's team of Chris Jericho and his inner team or inner gathering. Now, how do we do this, do you ask? How do we do this? I'll tell you how we do it. I will show you how we pull it off. We do it by taking the team winnings. First off, no one is taking anything from anyone, Kofi Kingston says. 2, no one is even frightened of you or your team. You see Seth Rollins, you and Cowboy James Storm and Razor and Akam. We're going to take you down. We're not afraid of you. We're not frightened of you. Alright? You can talk about how you're making shifts and you're the upcoming and you're this and that. Well, that's the same thing AJ Styles said too when it came to his team, the OC. That's the same thing that Adam Cole said when it came to his team, the Undisputed Era. And that's the same thing that Chris Jericho's been saying about his inner circle. Don't you, Seth Rollins says, put me in the same boat with AJ Styles and Adam Cole and Chris Jericho. First off, my team is more bold, fearless, and stronger than AJ Styles and his Luke Gallows and Cal Anderson and Finn Balor, the OC. We are more headstrong than Adam Cole and his Undisputed Era shit. And hell, we could eat Chris Jericho and his inner circle for a midday meal. So I'm going to tell you right now, and how any of those other teams from the before who thought they were the shit and they were doing this and doing that, how about we take on your little henchman right here? Ow! How about me and you, Seth Rollins and James Storm? Since James Storm should know all about how it is to be a team player, right? How you won the end of... Oh, and Biggie Langston says, we'll take you, Seth Rollins, and your new friend, James Storm, who should know all about being a team player. Since he won the NWA team winnings with Chris Harris, and also won the IW winnings with Gunner. Alright, it's on. It's dead on. But one more little thing, Kofi Kingston says, you two aren't going to be walking out with the winnings. Why? Because New Day rocks. That's why, Kofi Kingston says. And we know all this shit you've been pulling off. Okay, Diva Talk says, this is not gonna break down the way it always does. Seth Rollins, you and James Storm want to fight the New Day, Kofi Kingston and Big E Langston? Well, it's on. And I don't care if they don't call him Big E Langston anymore. He's always going to be Big E Langston. Well, we just heard it, Gene Okerlund says. It's true, it's on now. We're going to see Seth Rollins and James Storm take on the New Day, Kofi Kingston and Big E Langston. Yes, we are, Elsa says. We're going to see Big E Langston and Kofi Kingston and New Day fight Seth Rollins and Cowboy James Storm. Hey, I don't even know, Taz said they still call him that or not. It's been a long time since we saw James Storm, and I don't know if they actually call him that or not. This is for the TWF Strike Team or Hit Team winnings. First, they are Seth Rollins and James Storm. And they are the TWF Strike Team or Hit Team winners. The New Day, Kofi Kingston, and Big E Langston. And this fight's going to get underway now, and we're going to have to bring out the winnings so we don't have to dig for them right now. In other words, you're going to just, waste some time. Here we go. Alright. James Storm outside. Big E Langston outside. And we're starting it out here with Kofi Kingston, Gene Okerlund says. And Seth Rollins, who goes right after Kofi Kingston here. But Kofi Kingston takes him down. Oh! With the Trouble in Paradise. Or the Hang Up in the Afterlife. And the SOS. Kofi Kingston doing very well. Kofi Kingston taking down Seth Rollins here. And then body slam, Gene Okerlund said. Well, one thing Elsa says, Kofi Kingston, he is one gifted, skilled wrestler. And he done something that no one thought anyone could do. When he won the WWE heavyweight winnings. When he won the TWF heavyweight winnings too. Oh, down goes Kofi Kingston. Kofi Kingston coming in. Oh, he missed. He went in the turnbuckle. And Seth Rollins took down Kofi Kingston. Big E Langston. Oh, he just took down Big E Langston too. And now he just tagged in Cowboy James Storm. Well, Elsa says James Storm likes to do a thing he calls the last call. He just missed. Tagged in Big E Langston, Elsa says. He likes to do the last call, but he missed with it, Elsa says. Well, Taz said, I'll give Big E Langston that. He is a former WWE NXT heavyweight winner, a former WWE Inner World winner. He's a many-time WWE Raw and WWE SmackDown team winner too. Oh, big ending to James Storm here. James Storm ain't no flouts himself. Oh, he's a former NWA team winner. He's a former TNA team winner. For a TNAW heavyweight winner. He's a lot of stuff. James Storm seeks to take down Big E Langston. Gene Okerlund said, oh, just boot him right in the face. Well, he thought he did. Here it comes. Are they going to do this? Oh, yeah, the midnight hour. Are they going to pull it off here? Oh, no. Here comes those henchmen now. Here they come. Elsa said the henchmen. Oh! Kofi Kingston just went down by Razor. Gene Okerlund said, oh! And Akam took down Kofi Kingston too, Elsa says. Big E Langston doesn't see it coming, did he? Curve stomp. Oh, Seth Rollins just curve stomped it. Big E Langston. And now Cowboy James Storm over him now. Gene Okerlund said. You're right, Taz says. Kiss your wins goodbye. 1, 2, 3. Ding ding ding. Here is your winners. And the new TWF Strike Team winners. James Storm, Seth Rollins, and James Storm. And Seth Rollins and James Storm now. are now the new TWS team winners here. And Seth Rollins is so happy he can't even stand up. Here in the Toy Wrestling Federation. Can you believe that? That James Storm and Seth Rollins are now the new TWS Strike Team winners here in the Toy Wrestling Federation. Yeah, I can believe that. Gene Okerlund says. Yeah, I can believe that also says. Can anyone else believe it? I cannot either. But apparently it's happened. Sad about that. Well, as I'm here to show you right now, I am now we are now got some winnings now. So the way I see it, anyone who wants to... You knock me down again, you're going to get curb stomped. Alright? I'm going to tell you right now that, it just goes to show you, you can't fight the upcoming. And that is something that the New Day, Biggie Langston, and Kofi Kingston learned. You can't fight the upcoming, Seth Rollins says. Well, that might be true and all, but we wonder how long are they going to be the TWS Strike Team winners, Gene Okerlund said. I don't know, Elsa says, but it might be for some time. But apparently it cannot, this one is too small. It can't go around his waist at all, so it has to be around his shoulder like it was. But you know how that goes, like Gene Okerlund said. It's not a good day here in the TWF here on NXT, Gene Okerlund said. Well, Elsa says no, it's not. Seth Rollins and Cowboy James Storm, both won the TWS Strike Team winnings here. Yes, they did. And that's what happened, Elsa said. I'll tell you one other little thing here, Taz says. Who's going to stop them? If Seth Rollins and them want to do what they're going to do, who's going to stop them? Well, I know that Michael Cole now is now going... I know who's going to stop him, Taz says. Well, I do know that Michael Cole now is going to talk with Seth Rollins, James Storm, about them being the new TWS Strike Team Hit Team winners. Well, that's right, Gene Okerlund. We just saw Seth Rollins and James Storm win the TWS Strike Team Hit Team winnings from the New Day, Kofi Kingston, and Biggie Langston. And here they are now. Seth Rollins, you do know that's the NWA one you got around your shoulder. Yeah, I know it's the NWA one. A belt's a belt, right? And Kofi Kingston and Biggie Langston, well, they seeked to fight the upcoming. And they learned, like everyone else here will learn, you can't fight the upcoming. And it is what it is, Michael Cole. Either you're with me or you're fighting me. You're with the upcoming or the upcoming's going to run you over. This was a belt that came with me back around 2014 when I first came to the TWF. And now I finally won it. And yes, I had some good teams like Chris Harris and mates like Chris Harris and Robert Roode and Gunner. But now I finally found someone who I'm really more happy to be a team with. And that's Seth Rollins. The upcoming is coming. No, the upcoming is here. And at the end of the day, the New Day, Kofi Kingston, and Biggie Langston got ran over. Well, it is what it is, Michael Cole says. Well, that was my talk with Seth Rollins and I guess Cowboy James Storm, the new TWF Strike Team Hit Team winners here in the TWF. Back to you, Gene Okerlund. Thank you, Michael Cole, for that, Gene Okerlund says. Thank you, Michael Cole, Gene Okerlund says. Apparently, Seth Rollins believes he's the upcoming. He believes he's the freer. He believes he's helping everyone. He believes he's freeing everyone. And he actually believes he's a leader. Well, it also says Seth Rollins can have the belief all he wants, but there is no truth to what he believes, you know. I don't care how many times you come out on Power, Monday Night Raw, Impact, NXT, Dynamite, Main Event, Friday SmackDown, Explosion, and Dark. Maybe he's an overdrive and say it. At the end of the day, it's still one's belief with no truth behind it. Well, I'll tell you right now, Taz says, he doesn't care if it's a truth, doesn't care if it's a belief or not. He believes it, and if there's no truth to it, he's going to make truth to it. So far, everyone, Taz said, who came after him has got taken down. Godzilla, Ashley Williams, Aladdin, Jasmine, Samoa Joe, Kevin Owens, Belasca, Buzz Lightyear, Drew McIntyre, now Kofi Kingston and Biggie Langston, you know, has all been, you know, all been taken out, you know, in the hands of Seth Rollins and his team, Taz said. Well, Gene Okerlund said that might be true. As of right now, it might be true. But, you know, no one really truly knows what the upcoming has, you know. Well, I know that we know soon we're going to have to shift over to Dynamite soon. So, it looks like that might be, well, you know, we might have to be shifting over to Dynamite soon. At least that is the hang-up here. Or do we have to do Dynamite? Well, I guess we'll be shifting over to Dynamite now. Well, that's all the time for NXT here. I'm Gene Okerlund for Elsa and Taz. We hope you liked NXT, and we'll see you next for Dynamite.